students, welcome to Sudhir Jaiswal Edu Maths. In the series of inverse trigonometry function, we are going to solve further questions here. We have the principal value range, or you can say the domain and range of the inverse trigonometric function here, sine inverse, cos inverse. For example, sine inverse is a function which is defined from set A to set B. Set A is closed interval -1 1 and set B is closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So it is a domain and this one is called range here. So the first question we are going to start with here, find the domain of, okay, find the domain of, and the question is sine inverse x plus cos x. Oh, so here we know the domain of sine inverse. Where is the domain? You can see here -1 and 1. Okay, so domain of -1 is domain of, you can write it, domain of sine inverse x is -1 and 1. And what is the domain of cos x? You need to learn this. It is real number. So domain of cos x is real number, and we have to take the intersection. Okay, so domain of if you take the intersection of -1 and 1, -1 close interval -1 1 and real number, you would get -1 and 1. Okay, you have studied the concept of how you can solve the question in class 11th. So now move to the another question here. Find the domain of sine inverse root x minus 1. All right, now again the domain, you need to find the domain, and the inverse sine inverse domain is -1 1. That means this value. So we can write here sine inverse, we know this function defined on closed interval -1 1 to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Since we are talking about the value of x, so here domain is related to this root, domain is related to -1 and 1. So root x minus 1 lies in between -1 and 1. Okay, and you have to solve this question here like this. What would you do? You have to do one thing. Since you know that root x minus 1 is always greater than or equal to 0, as you know, it cannot be negative. So we are only talking about the real number. That's why. So it should be greater than or equal to here 0, root x minus 1. Okay, now you can do what? Squaring in all inequalities. 0 square is 0. If you square this, you would get here x minus 1, and here 1 square 1. All right, you need to find the value of x. Add 1 in all inequalities. 0 plus 1, it is 1, x minus 1 plus 1, it is x, and 1 plus 1 is just 2. So here x belongs to, here you can say close interval 1 comma 2. Okay, this is the domain of this. Now let's move to the next question here. We have many questions related to domain. Okay, all right, the value domain is, okay, find the domain of sec inverse 2x plus 1. Sec inverse 2x. Pause this video and solve this question. So sec inverse 2x plus 1. So you need to again learn or focus on the domain and the range. The sec inverse x domain is r minus, okay, real number which does not include -1 open interval, and 2 0 pi close into 0 pi which does not include pi by 2. Okay, this is the domain and range. So we have to find the domain, so we need to focus on this only. Okay, so what is this? This means that when you draw the graph of this, so it is minus infinity and plus infinity, and this one is okay. I can make this use of the other. Okay, 0. This is -1 and 1. So you can write it. So this is not included here. So you can write it minus infinity to -1. Okay, close interval union 1 to infinity, like this. Okay, so here you can say that the value is if you don't want to write like this, so the value is actually is you can take less than -1 and more than 1, the two values. So here 2x plus 1 you can take what? Here less than -1, and here 2x plus 1 you can take more than 1. All right. So now solve it separately. Here 2x plus 1, okay, -1, -1, 2x less than -2, x would be less than -2 by 2, it would be -1. That means if you write it, x belongs to less than -1 means minus infinity to -1, open interval. Okay, so it is open or no, it is closed interval. Okay, more than equal to, sorry, so you can, it is closed interval. Now solve this. 2x greater than equal to 1 minus 1, okay, 2x greater than equal to 0, x is greater than equal to 0, so it is 0 to infinity, but it is closed interval. Now when you get the intersection of it, what would you get? So not intersection, you have both the value will be calculated here, so we will take the union of this. So x belongs to here minus infinity to -1, close interval, union 0 to infinity. So this one is the domain of this. Is it right or not? Minus infinity to -1, 0 to infinity. Okay, it is all right. Okay, check it. Let's move to the next question. Domain. The question is over for the domain. So here, whatever domain if you want to find the domain, you need to learn the domain of the inverse trigonometry function here. Okay, then justify the answer. We have many questions. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.